Hello everyone and welcome to this pick a card reading video. In this video, we will be looking at what you need more of in your life, what you need to incorporate more, or any even material good that you need more of in your life. And for a lot of you, I think you'll be drawn to more than one stack. You could even be drawn to multiple isn't all of the stacks as well. So just keep an open mind, look at the stacks here, and feel which one you are most drawn to intuitively. Here is stack 1A. Stack 2B, stack 3C. You can pause if you'd like and if you need some more time to figure out which stack you are most drawn to. If you are not drawn to any of the stacks, that's completely fine. This just might not be the pick a card reading video for you, but I have plenty of other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my YouTube channel. As a reminder, everything I talk about and discuss in this video is for entertainment purposes only and cannot be stated as fact. Alright, let's get into it. Hello and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. So the cards we have here are the 9 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Swords upright, the Fool in reverse, the Tower in reverse, 2 of Wands upright, and the Hermit in reverse. And then for the Oracle cards, we have 21, Jade, Good Luck, Heart Chakra, and I'll read from the guidebook later for any extra clarification or validation or anything. And Poinsettia. Some people say poinsettia, or is that a different thing? Or am I thinking of quinceañera? Anyway, poinsettia. Celebration, cheer success, joy thankfulness. Today, let us be thankful for everything. And the time is here to celebrate your successes. So, what you need more of in your life is, it's going to sound like weird or counterintuitive or whatnot, but what you need more of in life is just living life. From this stack, it appears to me that you're somebody who hasn't. This could be something that's a lifelong message, or it could just be something like the energy you've been in recently. But it feels as if you've been very stagnant. And it feels like you've been caught up in doing the same routines. And with the 8 of Swords being here, that makes me think that the reason why this is the case is because it keeps you safe. 9 of Swords in reverse also indicates to me that yeah, you just need to go through healing as well. So what you need more of in your life, you need to live your life more through experiences. And I hear that a lot of you also need to be more social. What you need more of in life is sociability. For some of you too, I feel like maybe you don't have many friends. So part of what you need to do, what you need more of in life is more friends. New friends and more friends. With the Hermit in revert, that tells me that now's the time to no longer just be alone or to yourself a lot of the time. It's now a time to engage in conversations with people is what I'm seeing you do. And also engage in just random hobbies and activities. I see that you should do anything that your heart desires at this point in time. So what you need more of in life is also just a lot of fun. I love that these oracle cards are here because with this stagnant energy of the tarot, it's like these are showing, hey, on the other side, we have this happiness. So what you need more of in life is also happiness. And I'm just hearing you need more good times. The Tower in reverse makes me think that you're somebody who doesn't like to step outside of your comfort zone. Or maybe that's just, the area of life you've been in recently. Maybe you've just been so busy with life, that you have so many responsibilities that it's hard for you to really do much else besides your activities. But the 8 of Swords does indicate to me that Spirit is saying this is a false sense of self that a lot of you have. Thinking that you need to just work hard and tackle responsibilities and that you don't have the time or money or energy or resources or friends to have fun in life. Spirit is saying that you have the resources available to you. Spirit is not saying you need to go and do all these different things that cost so much money. But I see too that for some of you, what would help is doing something that's a regular activity. So something like a book club. And you can, hopefully find a book club where you're able to share a book with somebody in the book club, maybe, if you can't afford to get a book, or you can go to the library And that's also a good way to give back to your community, and then maybe you can make friends with the people at the library too. Also, I don't know why, for some reason, I feel like a lot of you it's a good reason I bring that up because I feel like a lot of you either are readers already, or this is just indication from spirit that you should get into reading as well, is what I'm hearing. So what you should do more of in life is actually read. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, read more. If you haven't liked reading in the past or you've been in a bit of a lull, try to do something different. But also I feel like the socialization aspect of a book club would be a good idea for you. Uh, but yeah, so for a book club, you meet up every couple weeks, few weeks, or like every first of the month, stuff like that. So that's something that's scheduled. So it's something where you then have to set aside time and make sure though that you don't think of it as something like a chore that you have to do. Think of it as think of it as something that you enjoy doing, but it's just something that is scheduled fun time to read, and then also go to this book club. It feels like doing these things where you need more of in life isn't just a socialization, but I think joining more clubs and groups, even if it's something like a bowling club or like a movie watching club, or there's a lot in a lot of cities, there's like bike riding clubs and walking and hiking clubs. Doing something like that. And when I'm looking at Jade here, the color of that jade, it's just making me think that a lot of you we need more of in life is also to be out in nature a lot more. Because I see that uplifting your spirits. I see a lot of you having low vitamin D, the hermit in reverse, y'all being inside too much. So I think being out in nature will be very helpful, especially if it involves socialization. Even if you're just catching up with a friend and you're at a park and you're walking around or you're like on the swings. But I feel like physical activity is also important for a lot of you. So what you need more of in life is physical activity. Now, if you are somebody who already is physically active, this is indicative of trying new things. Because right now, I think the biggest thing for you is what you need more of in life is to try new things with this Two of Wands upright. And the Tower in reverse is right next to it saying, well, like it's in between the Tower in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. Oh, and the Fool in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse are in between that is the Eight of Swords. And both of the middle cards upright. Love that. Love the mirroring. But yeah, the Fool in reverse and the Tower in reverse makes me think that you're somebody who just doesn't like to try new things. And yeah, just being like to yourself keeps you safe. But I think for some of you, it really is the fact that with Jade too, a lot of people associate Jade with money in general. So a lot of you could maybe lack money in some way. For some of you, what you need more of in life is money. I know that sounds weird. It's like, well, how am I supposed to get more money? I'm not even saying to work more. Some of you do need to spend less though. So what you need more of in life is more money by spending less and being like going out to eat less. Um Even for some of you, I'm seeing taking public transportation every once in a while instead of your car, especially if you live in a big city. Or if you like travel very far for work, then in other ways, like if you're getting shopping done, you can take public transportation or you can ride sharing. I'm seeing that. And then that's a way to socialize as well, doing ride sharing. Uh yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Love that. And also we need more of in life. Actually, now that I bring that up, I feel like you being more energy conscious, like being more conscious of your carbon footprint. So I see what you need more of in the oh my god, my cat quite literally started laying directly on top of all of the cards. Okay, he really wants attention. So I think what a lot of he never has like laid like this on the cards while I've done this. At least not a long time. I think that indicates to me a lot of you need a lot more attention in life. A lot of you need to be able to put yourself out there and not just socialize, but not be afraid to stand out in the crowd. For some of you, that means like dyeing your hair, changing up your fashion, getting tattoos. For some reason, your physical, how you look physically will be important for this. I wonder if some of you live in an area where people like let's say if you dress goth, right? Just as an example, but then people in your community really don't like that and they think like you're the devil, you're the witch, something like that. Which tea. But anyway, uh some of you maybe then are afraid to show off your aesthetic. But spirit is saying that the more you stay true to you and the more you practice these things, the less of an impact people's stares will have on you. But there's really a sense that it's interesting because it feels like a lot of you have been kind of blocked or stagnant right now. And by trying new things, I see you being so much happier, and I just see it will almost be like a year from now. I really see you being such a completely different person. So what you need more of in life is also open-mindedness, and that ties in with the trying new things. And also with the Two of Wands, what you need more of in life for a lot of you is traveling, but also I think it's learning about other people's culture. So you can watch documentaries, you can watch YouTube videos from people, you can like physically travel, or you can look up instead of actually physically traveling somewhere, you can look up those like tourism boards who post virtual tours, if that makes sense. You could even do that as well, but I feel like learning about people's cultures is something you need more of in life, because I think a lot of you maybe don't have traditions or you don't have things that you are part of routine that make you happy specifically. For some of you too, maybe like I do see you being not structured but doing the same things. Does that make sense? So it's not like you purposely are like try to be structured, it's just part of your life. Like for me, I'm somebody who I have OCD, so I am personally very structured, and a big part of that is just because that's part of my personality, but I feel like a lot of you just do the similar things because it's just your life. And maybe you don't have access to doing certain things that you'd like to try. But Spirit is saying to try your best to do things in a way that you can right now where you're at. And also if you're traveling around, I see you meeting new people as you're doing this as well. And like being able to follow each other on Instagram. Yeah, I just see you making a lot of friend connections. For some of you, this could also involve love connections right now, but more than anything, I feel like it's a time to socialize and make new friends. For some of you, that involves your coworkers as well. I feel like it could be good to open up more to your coworkers and then talk with them more and be better friends with them. And I feel like for some of you, that will actually make you work better as well because you won't be as self-conscious about your work. You'll just be happier. There's probably studies done on this, about the better state of being you're in, the better work you do, the more efficiently you do it. I don't know any off the top of my head, but I imagine that those kinds of studies exist. I feel like I've heard of those before. But yeah, I just see you being so different. I think what you need more of in life as well is to do self-discovery right now. I think there's parts of yourself you don't know exist. And so with trying these new things, you will be able to tap into these different parts of yourself. And that will open you up to other people as well who are more similar and aligned to you. And the connections you make right now, I feel like while I feel like you'll be in alignment with people, I feel like people will look very different from you. These friends that you make, and also I just feel like you'll make connections throughout this year. Like, reflect back a year from now because I see you making friends with people who are very different from you. It's very weird. Even if you share one common interest, and then that's how you're able to like be friends. I see outside of that even more happening. I feel like the friends you make will be people who are like you make them on public. Some people there's like Bumble friends and stuff. I feel like you'll meet these people out in the wild. For some of you, it will be through Meetup, but I don't get the sense it'll be like through an app as much. Meetup is a website. But I feel like you meet a lot of these people just by going to certain events. Like, it makes me think of holistic expos. Like, maybe you'll meet somebody at a holistic expo. I imagine you know about those. If not, at least in the United States, we have holistic expos where there's psychic mediums and there's tarot readers and oracle card readers and a bunch of different kinds of energy healers, all that. And people who sell, ooh, for some of you too, specific messaging. If you have a certain business, I feel like you'll be able to network a lot throughout this year. And so what you need more of in life is also people to network with, like business partners, business friends, so that y'all can help each other boost each other's businesses. I'm seeing you going to a lot of like vendor shows and supporting small businesses, especially if you yourself are somebody who is a small business or works for a small business. I see you making a lot of friends I know I said about the apps, But I'm talking about, like, actively seeking out friends. I don't know how to explain it, but I see you making friends through social media because of a common interest. Like, and you joining a Discord server, I see that being super cool and helpful for you. Oh my god, I literally am about to cry. I feel like that will be a big thing for you. Like Reddit and or Discord, stuff like that. Even YouTube communities. Like if you subscribe to and are a part of a member of if you're a member of somebody's YouTube channel, I feel like that would be a really great way for you to make friends. And like I can see you meeting these people in real life and you'll be like, "Oh, everybody's so different." And it'll be so many different people from different backgrounds, different countries meeting up. Also really weird. What you need more of in life, for some of you, this will really resonate strongly. I'm really getting the sense that learning a new language or continuing to learn a language. So, learning French, Spanish, German, learning Chinese, learning Korean, or Mandarin specifically for Chinese, but I see you learning a new language or really developing that language, and that will help you for if you decide to travel elsewhere. Ooh, that's really cool. What you need more of in life as well is better planning and better time management, and here's what I mean. Like, let's say I don't know. Well, oh, no, okay. This relates back to what I was saying about like scheduling time to do fun things. If you put things on a vision board on your phone, specifically on a calendar, your phone calendar and a physical calendar as well, I see that being helpful for you for things. So let's say you want to be able to save up money because some of you need to save up money because you need more money. Let's say you want to do something cool and you're like, okay, 6 months from now, I want to travel to this place. So I'm going to write when I can on my calendar days spend like extra money on fun things up until that point. So I know that other days I shouldn't. And that doesn't mean you actually can't on those days, but it just hopefully holds you accountable. But don't hold shame if you do falter. But just try to stick to that because I think for a lot of you, for some reason, like writing things down, seeing things physically will be very helpful for you. And I think what you need more of in life as well, for some reason, I feel like I need to say putting alarms on your phone. I don't know if it's because a lot of you, yeah, if you just like are daydreaming or if you're stuck in this monotony, it feels like having an alarm on your phone will help bring you out of that and help bring you awareness to your present self. I see a year from now too that you will be somebody who we need more of in life in general is just changes. I know I've already like talked about that, but just a lot of life changes. And I feel like for some of you that does involve moving. Also finding a new roommate. Again, the socialization. I feel like if you have a roommate now that you don't get along with and you move somewhere else with a roommate or roommates, you'll get along a lot better with them, or you should try to find people that you do get along greatly with. And with these changes that are happening though, it feels like they will be very major life changes, but I feel like you won't realize that they are major life changes until they've already happened. Because here's the thing. For this group, once things start happening and falling into place, it will be like just everyday life, normal life, but then you'll reflect and you'll be like, "Oh, a lot actually happened." I don't know how else to best describe that. I just feel like the more present you are and the more accepting you are, we need more of in life is acceptance as well of the present and being grounded. I think the more you do that while doing these new experiences, going into these new experiences and meeting new people with an open mind, things will just be so natural. That's a really good word to use. Things should feel natural and feel right. They should feel correct. A lot of you, I think, have a strong intuition, whether you realize it or not. So, yeah. Poinsettia, I think I want to talk about this more because, yeah, for some reason, a year from now, if you just look back, I want for you, well, this is relevant to now as well. I want for you to appreciate how far you've come, but also I want for you to celebrate the fact that you now are stepping into this new part of yourself where you are exploring yourself and exploring the world. Exploring, that sounds weird, but exploring the parts of yourself that maybe have been hidden or tucked away to be revealed, you know? So I see that you should do that for now, but also for a year from now, I think you'll really realize that there's a lot of healing you'll do from your interactions with other people as well, and just from figuring out who you are even more. I don't care how old you are, you can always find out more parts about yourself. And we always change and shift. And this stack, it does show that there are major changes going on for you, but it feels like it will just everything will come through very naturally in your life. And so appreciate things now, be grateful for things that have already happened in your life to get you to this point now. But also a year from now, really, even if you can set an alarm for this too, to like think about this reading. But really, a year from now, I think you'll realize and appreciate these words I'm saying to you, and you'll be like, that was, honestly very good advice. What Miss Brittney was saying about everything, about stepping out of my comfort zone, doing these things, everything, like, literally, it feels so positive. With these two oracle cards, like, can it really? Oh my god, I'm about to cry. Because it's like, can it really get much better than this? It just looks so happy. It's a complete 180. And I don't think y'all are, like, in an awful place right now, but it just feels like, any stuckness, anything that we've inhibited or we haven't fully explored, now is the time for that. So a year from now, you will really be able to, I think, even be more able to tap into your intuition as well. I think you'll feel very guided by spirit along the way. This journey of this next year, this upcoming year, as well as after that. But I feel like you'll be so happy for all you've accomplished. Personally, this isn't about career success. This is about personal success, about all the things you've allowed yourself to experience, even the things you didn't like. You'll be grateful that now you're in this new state of being receptive and of trying new things without fear. Any fear that you have as well, I think a lot of you in life need a lot less fear and a lot more spontaneity. So with practice, you'll be able to tap into that spontaneity more in a way that heals your inner child. This is really a time of healing your inner child, and I just y'all are lucky. I hope in the future when I pick a stack, because I always forget what the stacks are and such, and also because doing these readings I get into a flow state. I'm hoping I choose this one because, man, this is amazing. Let's go into the guidebook now. We have 21 Jade, good luck, heart chakra. Jade is a crystal which attracts good luck and friendships. Are you kidding me? The friendships, I'm telling you, there's such a, I feel like crying so bad. In a good way. Like, it just feels so powerful. Y'all don't even realize, okay? Okay. Jade is a crystal which attracts good luck and friendships. You are very lucky to have been drawn to this crystal today. Keep your eye out for a lucky encounter, good news, or a financial blessing, or perhaps a new friendship. Be thankful for whatever form the good luck comes in. Also, it makes me think, like, there are studies done on how humans are social creatures, and, like, studies show that when you're alone and you have prolonged periods of isolation or unsocial, like, not being social with people, like during the pandemic, a lot of people struggled, even introverts. So this is really giving off, I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, it just feels like you'll realize how unhappy you were in the future, like now, or at least comparatively speaking, in terms of happiness almost. Anyway, Jade is linked to the heart chakra and has also been associated with attracting love and money into your life. That's the thing too. I think for this upcoming year, you'll have a lot more of an ability to attract money and just abundance to you, because you'll be in a lot happier of a state when you try these new things. When you're in a better state of mind, everything else will follow for abundance or anything you're trying to manifest. Okay. To attract money or improve your finances, you need to focus on remaining positive and visualize yourself achieving financial success. If the financial success doesn't show up straight away, don't give up, and acknowledge the wealth you already have and trust that you are making steady progress to greater abundance. That's the thing too. Remaining positive will be what you need more of in life is just positivity. That doesn't mean toxic positivity, but now it's time to try to be more positive of a thinker and not be a Debbie Downer or expect the worst in situations. To attract more love into your life, you need to first love and nurture yourself. Cleanse yourself physically and mentally. See yourself as a clear vessel of light. Refresh yourself with clean, clear energy. And I said some of you, what you need to incorporate more of in your life is exercise, and that also includes diet. I see you eating a lot of healthy foods, but trying new foods and, like, realizing, oh, not all healthy food has to, like, taste bad, and then you'll feel a lot better. There's a sense of what will happen for you for this next year, so you'll feel so much better overall. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Okay. See yourself as a clear vessel of light. Refresh yourself with clean, clear energy. As you do this, you will feel your heart opening up and expanding, which will enable you to give and receive even more love and happiness. Some big changes are coming your way, yeah? Do not fear them, for they are positive changes. And even the things that are happening outside your control, be open to these opportunities that come about from these changes. Ah, I loved reading for y'all for this. So thank you so much, 1A, for watching and listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, you can like the video down below. You can comment down below if you resonate with the stack, and you can update your comment again sometime in the future if there are any updates you would like to provide for us all, and hopefully you do provide updates. You can subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. You can check out my other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my YouTube channel, and you can check out my ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR. That'll be linked in the video description down below. Thank you so much again, 1A, and take care. Hello, Tibby, and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. Your tarot cards are 3 of Cups upright, King of Cups in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands upright, 4 of Pentacles upright, and 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have, for the Oracle cards, 1 Amethyst, Intuition, Third Eye Chakra. I will read from the guidebook later on to provide any extra clarification for that. And then we have Frisia. I don't think I've ever... Well, maybe I have pulled this card. Anyway, it says popularity, friendship / trust, teamwork / connections. Make new connections with others and try working as a team instead of solo. So this is very interesting. I've said this before, but when I do these pick a card readings, I don't actually like look at the cards and try to find meaning until right before I hit start for that pile. So I did pile 1. From looking at this, there are a lot of similarities between pile 1 and pile 2. So in the intro, I did say I feel like there will be many synchronicities between the different piles, and that still rings very true. So if you feel drawn to pile 1, then definitely check that one out. There's a lot of similarities. Anyway, the big similarity between you two is actually the fact that what you need more of in your life is friends, or to connect with friends. We have the 3 of Cups here, which is what I consider like the friendship card, and then literally on Frisia it says friendship. So I love that. But I think even though on the card it says make new connections with others, for stack 1 I was getting the sense more that they need to make new friends, but for you I actually feel like there's people who you are already friends with that you need to develop the friendship further, that you could become much better friends. I'm just hearing that what you need more of in life is better maintenance of your friendships. Friendships don't just exist and continue to exist. We have to be able to show that we still care, even if it's only every once in a while, showing that we care about our friends. But I feel like there's people in your life who you're not like super good friends with, who you should develop greater friendships with. For a lot of you, what you need more of in life is also adventure and spontaneity with the Knight of Wands there. For some of you too, what you need more of in life is to go on more dates, even if you already are in a relationship. Because here's the thing, for a lot of you, it seems like you are very busy people. And it feels like with the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Pentacles is upright, it feels like you need to preserve your energy more. So what you need more of in life is energy. And also what you need more of in life is breaks and rest periods. I think a lot of you can go through creative blocks with that King of Cups in reverse because you just don't give yourself enough rest. For some of you, this also means you do not give yourself enough sleep. So what you need more of in life is also more sleep. But specifically, you need more time to give yourself breaks so that you can recharge your energy. So you need more energy, but also like recharged energy, if that makes sense. And part of what can help with that is having more breaks specifically from your work and career. It seems like you've been doing a lot of work in that, work, but also it seems like you really have been doing a lot in that area of your life, that you've been really trying hard to hone in on certain skills. And also with the 8 of Pentacles being reversed, it makes me think that a lot of you keep trying to develop your skills further, and Spirit is saying to give that a rest. If there's anything you're trying to continue to get better at, or even be well known for, like let's say you've already mastered a skill or a practice, Spirit is saying to try not to do too much with work right now in a way where it's like you need some time to let things settle. You've already worked so hard, so you need to give yourself a break from all that hard work and any work that you still need to do in terms of developing a skill or a craft. Spirit is saying what you need more time or what you need more of in life is a break from that. And instead you can focus on the ways in which you can have fun, because that's something you need more of in life as well, is just fun. It seems like you've just been working so hard. It's almost like you have these glasses on that prevent you from looking anywhere behind or to the side of you. You're only looking straight ahead. So what you need a lot more of in life is also to be present of this current moment instead of focusing on the future. It seems like a lot of you do have big goals, big dreams, big ambitions. But what Spirit is saying is that even with the intuition card, Spirit is saying intuitively you know if something is meant for you. So if this feels like it's right for you, if it feels like you're on the right path, then you can't be so worried about it. So what you need less of in life is worrying. What you need more of in life is peace, by releasing that worry, by releasing the need to keep checking in with Spirit. Like, I wonder if you listen to a lot of these pick a card reading videos, like, hey, my goals, my manifestations, how are they doing? How are they looking? Are they still going to happen? So we need also a lot more of in life for a lot of you is patience. I'm really getting the sense with the Four of Pentacles as well. A lot of you need a lot more patience, and you need to go with the flow a lot more. And I'm seeing that things will flow to you much easier, like your manifestations, your goals, they will happen much quicker. Or not, no, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say much quicker, but they will happen much more easily. I will say, if you just allow for them to happen. If you don't put so much pressure, that's the thing you need less pressure in life. You put so much pressure on things to turn out a certain way or to even happen in general. So Spirit wants you to be more patient, and also what you need more of in life is trust in the universe. With intuition, it's like if you feel something's off, then talk with Spirit. If something's feeling good, then don't keep questioning Spirit, or don't keep questioning yourself, like, am I doing something wrong? Two of Swords in reverse is very indecisive energy. So what you need less of in life is also indecisiveness. What you need more of in life is decisiveness. So once you take action, the King of Cups in reverse is saying that a lot of you keep second guessing and questioning yourself. So instead of doing that, Spirit is saying that you need to trust in your decisions. You need to not falter in your decisions. You just need to keep moving forward, because you can't have forward moving progress if you keep worrying about the decisions that you've made, even if you find out that they weren't the best decisions. Spirit is saying you can pick up from there. Don't worry going forward that you'll keep making incorrect decisions. And sometimes decisions aren't incorrect just because something doesn't turn out the way we want them to. Is definitely a message that Spirit also has for you. You know, sometimes we go through lessons in life and they can suck, but that doesn't mean we're on the wrong path. It just means we've learned certain lessons, or maybe there's been roadblocks because of, it seems like for some of you, really, with any sort of skill you're trying to, or craft you're trying to be an expert in, or any career path you're trying to be an expert in, if you're patient and you allow yourself grace, what you need more of in life is also grace. So you don't shame yourself if things take a little bit longer. And that's part of the patience aspect, right? Give yourself grace through the moments where you mess up. Give yourself the ability to turn a wrong into a right, or just to completely keep moving forward. Because Spirit is saying that there are plenty of other decisions you have to make. So try not to be indecisive about them. Trust yourself, and trust that in that moment you're doing what's best for you. If you're following your intuition, then you're doing what's best for you. If something doesn't feel right, but you do it anyway, then that comes from a place of fear or anxiety or hypervigilance, or maybe just thinking that you need to do what other people are doing too. I think a lot of you, what you need less of in life is comparing, and what you need more of in life is to be able to trust your own skills and to believe in your own skills. When you compare your skills to other people, that's all. Even if other people are like significantly worse than you, it's not going to be a good place to be in. Just realize that everybody's on their own path. So that's something you need more of in life as well, is direction, in terms of knowing if you are on the right path, then you should trust in that. And I think you know where you need to go, but it's just you feel you falter. You don't fully believe or trust in yourself or the vision. For some of you, this is because you feel like maybe if you grew up in certain circumstances, you feel like a certain lifestyle or a certain job was never meant for you. Like, let's say you feel like you can never live in a place like California because it's just so expensive, or any sort of really big city like New York City, and it's so expensive, you'll never be able to make it work. Spirit is saying that you will be able to make it work if you, for Pentacles, save up enough money. What you need more of in life is saving up on money. So if you save up on money, you can, if you're smart with your money. But also if you're patient. If you try to rush along, then it's less likely to happen for you. And also with so much pressure and expectations that you have of things and yourself, it's like, I think even if something happens for you, you just won't believe it's true, or you'll feel like it'll be taken away from you. So something you need more of in life is, I think also some self-reflection of the past, in terms of why you have those certain pressures and why you think things will be taken away from you, or why you feel like you maybe have lower self-esteem in terms of, or lower self-worth in terms of what you're able to do professionally. That means career or business-wise. And I feel like there's a lot of things with the Two of Swords being reversed that you have given up on as well. So what you need more of in life is to stay strong and to not give up. Spirit is saying there are certain things that you hold on to that you need to give up on, and there's some things that you have given up on that you should have just kept going and working at. And I think it's also because you need less self-sabotaging energy. I think a lot of you do self-sabotage in a way that's obviously very negative for you. It hinders your progress. So don't self-sabotage. Don't think that other people are doing better than you, or that even you're doing way better than other people. Try not to compare yourself. If you make things a competition, then the energy that comes with that is just negative, and Spirit doesn't want to work with that. And then they're not going to allow things to flow to you in the way they need to. They're not going to, like, I just see there being road bumps the more you compare or compete with other people. So we need more of is acceptance of other people who are in a similar line of work as you. And also with the Two of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, some of you maybe can come across as a little bit too competitive or even cold in some way, or just like you say things and you're like, oh, I don't really mean that, but a lot of times people say things and it always has truth in it. So be careful about the words you say, because I think there is some negativity that you speak to others that you don't even maybe realize, maybe you do. But Spirit is saying you don't need to do that. What you need more of in life is to talk more positively to others. And that means you also need to talk more positively to yourself. I feel like if you do something wrong, you're just like, oh, stupid, idiot. Spirit wants you to not do that. They want for you to have more in life positive affirmations, and also ways to better self-regulate, and also ways to better respond to other people. You need more in life, better coping mechanisms, and maybe a better communication style as well, so that you're more positive toward others instead of leaving a bad taste in other people's mouths because of how you treat them or how you treat a situation. I feel like it's hard for people to work with you because you're just so in your own head, and you think that everything maybe has to be a competition, or that you have to come out on top. You have to be the best. And I think for some of you, this comes from the fact that you're afraid of having other people get close to you. So even people who you've been friends with for a while, I think it's hard for them to really know who you truly are, because you don't really fully let other people in. A lot of what you need more of in life is a lot more vulnerability. So that means you need to also admit when you're wrong. You need to admit when something bothers you. I think a lot of you aren't the best communicators. And then when you communicate, it comes out wrong, or in a way that's combative or passive aggressive. So Spirit wants you to really work on in life having a better communication style, and just communicating more effectively with people in a way that won't get you in trouble, or in a way that won't get people to hate you. And with the Knight of Wands too, it makes me think that a lot of you have passions in life, but there's something in life that how do I explain this? I feel like for some of you, maybe this is more specific messaging. There's something that you have set aside that you are still kind of passionate about, but you just feel like it's not meant for you. For some of you, there is something that is meant for you that you need to pick up on again. Even if it's not professionally, you don't need to turn anything into a money making machine. It's gonna be just something that adds to the fun. And with that being mirrored by a Three of Cups, I feel like this thing that you're passionate about could be something that you engage with other people, you can engage in with other people. For some of you too, I think what you need more of in life is to, this may sound weird, but doing more protesting and activism. I think there's certain things in life. I wonder if some of you, like, you hear the statement, like, you may not F with politics, but politics F with you. Some of you, and that doesn't have to be specifically politics, but I feel like there's things that have happened in your life, in your community, that have indirectly impacted you. And I think for some of you, you haven't done enough to stand up for other people. So what you need to do more in life is to also stand up for other people. And also for some of you, this does involve standing up for yourself, but I feel like now you should be in a phase over these next 2 to 3 years, I'm seeing, where you should be a lot more engaging with your community. So that's what you need more of in life, is engaging with your community, and that with being mirrored by the Three of Cups, that also means friends. So I think there's people in your life who have been impacted by certain things. So I think you showing your activism, or you showing your care in this way of activism or protesting, will actually allow you to become a lot closer with your friends. And I actually see the more you're passionate about this type of thing, whatever it is that you should be an activist in some way about, or you're more outspoken about, I see you not only getting closer with your friends, but that passion that you have in that area will translate to the passion you have in other areas. So if there's any roadblocks that you see in your career, or in making money, or developing any skill or hobby, I see that those will continue to develop further by being motivated and passionate through these social endeavors, especially as they relate to activism in some way. So that's also what you need more of in life, is some of you just need to be more motivated, because it's like, yes, you'll do things and you feel motivated maybe by money or status, but spirit wants you to be less affected by those things and more affected by emotional impact that you have on yourself and your community. So what you need more of in life is to also um I think a lot of you see the bigger picture, but you need to see the smaller pictures as well. See the smaller steps. You need more of in life to take smaller steps instead of just taking big leaps as well. But I see that with this Three of Cups and the friendship, teamwork, I see that if you work through any issues you have with people in your work or in your friend group, that if you develop, and I'm glad that trust is here, and intuition, a lot of, I think what you need to work on, what you need more of in life, just is trust in general. You need to have more trust and faith in your friends. Um, and if you don't feel you have good friends, you can always, it says here, make new connections with others. I think you need to also, for some of you, it's about forgiveness of people. I'm not one to say you have to forgive people who have done the awful things. This is just a suggestion from what the cards are saying, but some of you do need to forgive. It feels like you're holding on to something from the past that's preventing you from moving forward. And I see that this forgiveness, even if it seems small now, will actually make a very large impact on you and your psyche and your decision making. And you'll just be in a state of, therefore, being more trusting in general when you're able to forgive this past person or this past instance. And for some of you, this person is still around. So forgiveness could be key. But I see you being around large groups of people in your community. I see you, yeah, like not in small groups. I see you in very large groups. But I want to go back to the teamwork a little bit, because yeah, anything as it relates to work, that doesn't mean having to do like some big project or anything. Even if it's just like you work at a store and maybe you aren't very close with your coworkers, or maybe you just don't ever talk, you don't find anything to connect about. This is a chance now, Spirit is saying, to talk with the people in your work environment. The better you get along with them, even if it's just in a neutral way. Maybe you didn't get along with before. As long as you can clear the air in some way in that kind of instance, or get closer to your coworkers, I actually see your work being a lot more fulfilling for you. You deriving a lot more happiness and feelings of success through those small steps even. And you'll just be a lot more trusting of any process that you're on. And also, I feel like for some reason, you being kinder to the people who are higher ups from you. I'm not saying kiss booty, but like being nice to people, asking how people are, stuff like that, getting to know more about people. I feel like that will progress you in your career actually to for some of you, it could be about like the networking aspect where people will hire you at a job where you can make more, or people will give you raises much more quickly, or people will be more lenient on your scheduling. So I see things falling into place when you are more kind to people, when you're more vulnerable and are able to open up to people, and just when you're able to connect with people on a deeper level in general. And for some of you who do have any anger issues, I see over the next 2 or 3 years, hopefully you can work on those so that people feel more trusting of you as well. They can open up to you. And I just see that being something that helps you. It will help different realizations and epiphanies come to you, which will help you for any decisions you have to make. And hopefully you will be less indecisive for things moving forward and you'll be more trusting of your life path. Okay, let's go to amethyst, which is the first one in here in the guidebook. So we have number 1, amethyst, intuition, third eye chakra. Your intuition is very strong right now. Notice any intuitive feelings or vision that you may be experiencing. Trust in your intuition because this is your inner self, spirit guides, and angels connecting with you. They offer guidance and valuable insights into your life. Take time today to focus on peace and tranquility. Yes, the peacefulness. Don't be hyper vigilant. Don't let anger control you or anything. As you relax, you will feel the answers to your questions coming forward a lot more clearly. It's also a good time to join a meditation group, attend a spiritual workshop, or delve into a spiritual matter that interests you. This will help you to reconnect with your spirit guides and angels. Nurturing your intuitive connection will help bring about self-healing on many levels and will also enhance your capacity to help others heal through their words, energy, or even through a hands-on healing modality. Amethyst is the birthstone for the month of February, so February could be an important month for you. Drawing this card may indicate that next February will be a significant month for you. Amethyst is associated with your third eye chakra, which relates to your intuition. It can also be very useful in helping you to heal any past hurts. Yes, very good. Harness the power of amethyst to reconnect with your intuition today. And then you'll know too for any like friend connections, if people are meant to be in your life or if people are in your life for the wrong reasons. For some people, maybe they'll try to befriend you just because you have money or because you have status or because, whatever reason to get with your partner. I don't know. Uh, but be careful about that. But trusting your intuition, you'll be a lot more aware of these kinds of occurrences happening in your life. Big emphasis though on friendship and on trusting others and working with others in some way. So that's a big thing you need more of in life. And then everything else that I had talked about. But I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, Tubi, for watching and listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, you can like the video down below. You can comment down below if you resonate with this stack. And you can update your comment again sometime in the future if there are any updates you would like to provide for us all. You can subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. You can check out my other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my YouTube channel. And you can check out my ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR. That'll be linked in the video description down below. Thank you so much again, Tubi, and take care. Hello, 3C, and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. So here, the tarot cards are 9 of Cups in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, 2 of Pentacles upright, and the World in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and the Star upright. And then we have 8, calcite, calmness, all chakras, and I will read from the guidebook later for extra clarification for that card. And we also have Olive Branch, so very much Athena energy. And the keywords are longevity, perseverance, healthiness, nutrition, survival, victory. And don't give up, perseverance pays off, and survival in unfavorable conditions. So, I will say your reading is going to be quite different. The energy reads very differently from the other 2 stacks. And I'm trying to keep talking because my cat is now standing on the cards, so I cannot look at them. Come Come here, Axel. Okay. And if you see the two upright cards are mirroring each other and all the reversals are mirroring each other. And the World and the Knight of Cups mirroring each other are actually, it's very interesting that they are. When and the World and the Sun are next to each other, oh, I love that. I don't love that they're in reverse though. But a main thing that you need more of in life is calmness, really. With that Calcite card, I think a main theme of this stack is that what you need more of in life is calmness. For some of you, that means patience, but for just in general, it means that you need to be more calm. I think a lot of you are very hyper aware of your life path right now, and you're very well, I'll actually say this. I think a lot of you're the pile that I think goes through extremes. So you could maybe also suffer from, not suffer from, I don't want to say, but you could maybe have ADHD or any sort of mental disorder such as that, or a mental condition that affects your work ethic, because I see you doing a lot of work at once and then just feeling so burnt out. So with the Two of Pentacles here, I love that because actually I would say the card that represents this whole stack as well, and it's right next to Calcite here, is balance. The Two of Pentacles is about balancing things, balancing responsibilities, balancing work life and personal life. But I just think for you, what you need more of in life overall, I would say other than calmness, like the key word for you is balance. It seems like you do go through ebbs and flows of doing a lot and then not doing much. So Spirit is saying you need to, how do I, like, elongate things, I guess? Like, you need to not do so much at once. You need to better plan things out so that you just don't feel burnt out or you don't feel like giving yeah, like giving up. I think a lot of you do feel like giving up from things just because you feel like you've exhausted all of your efforts and you feel like you can't do anymore. So instead, what you need more of in life is sustained energy and progressive. What is that term even? Like progressive overload. It reminds me of swimming. Like, but I don't want you to do progressive, or it reminds me of yeah, working out. But don't do that though. It's more so just like progressive progress. It's just steady progress. A lot we need more of in life is steady progress instead of dipping into the highs and lows all the time. And that will allow you to feel more calm. At first, I think it'll make you feel very weird because you'll maybe feel like you need to do more or you need to work harder. But Spirit is saying that with time, you need to develop the ability to feel calm from doing things at a steady pace instead of doing so many things at once and then not at all and then all that. And for some of you too, what you need more of in life with this Knight of Cups in reverse and the World in reverse, I feel like there's something that's happened in your life that has completely shaken you to your core and it's completely set your life path in a different direction. For some of you, what this stack is indicating that you need to go back on track for the path you were already on. For some of you, this just means you need to forge a new path, but don't give up. A big message for you is to not give up, and it feels like you do give up also just when times get hard or difficult. You feel like the need to run away. There is escapism in this stack. And it feels like, too, with the Knight of Cups being the first card, and that's in reverse, and the Star being the last card, and in the upright, it feels like a lot of you get very excited very easily about many things. And so then you do, it reminds me of a kid who asked for a Christmas present starting in like September or October, and then they get their present and like they keep saying they want that present, and then they finally get it, and then they only like utilize that gift for like a week or two, and then they're moving on to the next thing. That's very much the energy. So something you need more of in life as well is patience in terms of, I want to say this. Well, for some of you, it's that you gain interest, but then you quickly lose interest. So instead of, for you, I would say instead of doing something right away as it relates to an interest or doing so much or buying a lot of things because you're interested in something, start slow. And then if you're still interested in that thing, then you can over time do more for that. And because I think just doing too much at once, it makes your like happy hormone spike, and then they drop and then you're just not even interested anymore, so you need something else to fill that void, that happiness void. So doing anything in your life, slow and steady, incorporating new things into your life, slow and steady. I think sometimes too, even though I feel the highs and lows, it feels like you get very overwhelmed easily with that Sun in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. I think a lot of you get very overwhelmed, and so that's why it can be hard for you to complete tasks or to even start new things. So Spirit is saying that if you take your time more, that you won't have to run into these issues as much. And also with the World in reverse too, that indicates not completing things, not finishing things, or even not starting things. So what you need more of in life is sustained motivation and sustained or continuous but moderate effort, but also what's the word I just thought of? Like putting in work. And I think too, when a lot of you are feeling lazy or like not doing anything, it can be very hard to get you out of that rut. So Spirit is saying you need to find ways to get out of that laziness. What you need more of in life is laziness techniques, is in getting out of that rut. Because I think it's easy for you to fall into ruts or feeling lazy and then not doing anything to get out of that until it's absolutely necessary or even when it's too late. It feels like a lot of you are bad with timing as well. So a lot of you, what you need more of in life is better timing, scheduling, and planning. It makes me think some people get like personalized planners, like actual professional planners to help. If you need outside help for that, you certainly can, but I think for you, if you have a plan and a course of action, it's more likely that you are going to do something. So write things down, have things in vision boards, have things written up. I think a lot of you too have bad memory, so what you need more of in life is techniques for better memory. And I think too, because it just seems like there's a lot of chatter going on, what you need more of in life is to declutter that, declutter your mental space, and get rid of the thoughts that aren't necessary anymore so that you can instead not be distracted. I feel like you get distracted, so you need less distractions. You need more techniques to get rid of distractions. So for me, what I did in I think I started in high school and maybe started in middle school, but with my phone, whenever I had work to do at home, I would always turn off my phone and put it on the complete opposite side of the apartment or even with somebody like my mom if she was home and she was able to, even though she didn't really ever do anything. So I just like I would turn my phone off and I would put it somewhere else so then I wasn't distracted by my phone. For a lot of you, I think you get so distracted and you're trying to get those boosts of serotonin and dopamine. I think you get very easily distracted by just social media in general. For some of you, what you need less of in life is probably social media apps and more time just in the real world is the way this comes across. But it doesn't come across as a read, okay, as a diss. A lot of people are like this, and those kinds of apps are meant to distract you and keep you hooked on the algorithm. But I think a lot of you need to focus on relieving some time on social media, getting rid of some apps on social media, but also I think your mental health seems to be very impacted by social media. So spending a lot less time. If you do something on your phone where you have limits on how long you can be on an app, and then I don't know if it automatically kicks you off or it just gives you like the warning like, hey, your time is up for the day. I've never set those on my phone. But doing something like that would be very beneficial for you because then it reminds you. Because I think a lot of you do have bad memory or you forget, you get distracted. So doing things that can help combat your distractiveness. So if that means setting alarms, if that means setting notes. I am somebody who I feel like I have undiagnosed ADHD. And I very much am forgetful, but ever since I was in middle school when we would get planners every year, I would always write all my homework assignments and even extracurricular stuff or stuff outside of school. I would write things in my planner, my physical planner, and I'd always look at it every day, like multiple times. And I would cross out when I was done with something. Something like that too, crossing out when you're done with something, that would be very helpful for y'all. Keep you on task, but also give you those happiness boosts. So what you need more of in life is to stay on task by doing stuff like that. There are resources you have available to you. You just need to be able to do them, even if it takes extra steps or extra like paper and pen, like you have to carry stuff around. Doing things on your phone. they will still be helpful. I think a lot of you even feel like putting those things off, and it just feels like it's hard for you to start and stop things. And I relate to that, honestly. But you need to find ways to help yourself in those situations. And it also just feels like a lot of you are very hard on yourself, so what you need more in life is self-compassion. So, a lot of times what can help I mean, what makes it worse for people to pick up something, start something, or even to stop something to take a break. A lot of times people, when they're not doing those things, they feel more shame. So if you make mistakes, like, hey, you're gonna take a break at 3 o'clock, but then you don't, you just finish it and then you get done at like 6 o'clock. Don't shame yourself when that happens. Just try to do better next time. So what we need more of in life is self-soothing techniques and finding techniques to there's a lot of techniques for y'all, but finding ways to really just cope better and so get to help you stop when you need to stop, to start when you need to start, but also techniques that will help you to not be shameful, because that just repeats the cycle. With the world in reverse too, what you need less of in life is these bad habits. What you need more of in life is good habits. So I think spirit wants you to right now develop better habits, and the stars upright, and that relates to better health. So a lot of what this balancing out in your life relates to is better like health and self-care routines. That can include better sleep. I think I for sure talked about that in stack 1, maybe stack 2 as well. That's a common thing for people to not have good sleep schedules. I feel like you have very erratic probably sleep schedule, or else you just still don't get enough sleep. So spirit is saying that you should focus on getting better sleep, but also focus on other things that are good for and that benefit your health. I'm seeing especially things like I don't think know if you realize how much physical health impacts your mental health for you all. So doing things like exercising, eating better foods. Also, some of you maybe skip breakfast or skip meals, or you maybe just snack a lot, and it's like the girl dinner meme, right? Or maybe you have a lot of snacks but not full meals. Spirit is saying to not do that, to focus on having meals and to not work while you're eating either. Even eliminating distractions of like watching something while you're eating, even if it's just twice a week doing that, because maybe you feel really anxious if there's a lot of quiet noise, but that's part of the issue, and that's part of what spirit wants you to work on with this calmness here and with the balance. Not everything needs to be, you don't need to hear chatter all the time. You don't need to have background noise all the time. So focus on being able to do things in quietness and stillness. So a lot of what you need more of in life is also to ground your energy. It feels like a lot of you are very much ungrounded, and you need to be able to have I'll bring it up again, techniques to really calm your nervous system. I recommend looking up EFT tapping, looking up different grounding exercises, cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT exercises can be helpful. Excuse me, I recommend finding a therapist who can help with that. I imagine there's probably stuff online you can find help with though. For you all, I recommend looking at Patrick Teahan as well. But think about whenever these bad habits show up, think about good habits that replace them, because then that's the balancing out. Instead of doing this bad habit, I will do this good habit. So instead of having Taco Bell every night for supper this week, instead I'll make a homemade burritos, and then I'll be able to have those as leftovers, and then I can think about the money I save and I can put that into my savings. And I think for you, like, seeing the money that you save could be helpful. Like, but don't just have, like, for example, don't just keep that kind of money in your checking account, put it into your savings account. Because I think a lot of you get tempted very easily, and that's why there's potentially addictive issues here. You run the risk of addictive tendencies, also codependency tendencies sometimes, but also I feel like a lot of you kind of are so aloof that maybe that isn't as prevalent, but that's the thing too. So grounding your energy, not being so all over the place so that you can have more clear line of thinking. Oh, and with Olive Branch too, it talks about healthfulness and nutrition. So yeah, focusing on if a bad habit is that you eat a lot of junk food, or you don't eat full meals, or you skip a lot of meals, or you do like fasting, if you have any sort of negative relationship with food, now is the time to address that. Also, make sure you're drinking enough water, having enough, like if you haven't done a panel, and if you're able to, do that so that you can see if you're deficient in anything. The sun in reverse makes me think too that a lot of you are deficient in vitamin D, which is more likely to make you depressed. That's why a lot of people, or sad, that's why a lot of people in, at least where I live in Minnesota, and anywhere in the upper Midwest, people deal with seasonal depression, and a part of that is because of the lack of vitamin D. So supplement vitamin D. That could even be with stuff like fish, or it could be with vitamin D supplements themselves. But it feels like a lot of what your mental health is impacted by is your physical health. So spirit wants you to evaluate the ways in which you can do a lot better with your physical health. And that will help with your laziness too. If you're more energetic with your exercise, it'll feel like, and if you keep reminding yourself the positive affirmations, I think if you incorporate more of those into your life, will be like, oh, and I think a lot of you do good with reward systems. You're like, if I exercise for 2 weeks straight, but it's, still have break days, like rest days, but you're like, if I exercise every morning for 2 weeks straight and I'm able to get up, but I get good sleep and all that, and if I do good with all that, then by the end of this 2 weeks, I will reward myself with getting ice cream somewhere, right? And I think a lot of you struggle with moderation as well, so practicing moderation. Let's say you get a pint of ice cream, but then you always eat the whole pint. So practicing moderation, being like, okay, like reminding yourself why you're eating, and while not having distractions, like, hey, I'm able to eat only like 1/3 of this pint or half of this pint, not the full pint, and that I will still be okay. I'm still happy because I'm able to reward myself with this. If you really are not good with self-moderation, then just like go to somewhere like Cold Stone and get like a small cup, right? There's a lot of the need to moderate. And I think a lot of you too, what I was talking about earlier with you maybe have, I don't know if I specifically said this, but I think you have a lot of big dreams, but then you either give up on them, or it's just maybe you have dreams but you're always changing them. Spirit wants you to stick to something and write it out. So don't just, here's the thing too. Ideas can come to your mind. That doesn't mean we always have to act upon them. Give yourself time to really feel out if you should chase after a certain dream or have a certain goal. If you give it a week or two and you're like, hey, this is still a goal that I really want, takes, again, small steps toward those dreams. Small steps. And then you'll maybe realize from that point moving forward, taking the small steps, if it still feels worth it, then you can continue on. And if it doesn't feel worth it, ask yourself, is it because I'm not feeling like this is happening quick enough? Is it because I'm not happy in some way? How can I instead, if I like bring up my happiness levels by doing certain activities, how can that help me in this situation? It will help you by realizing if this thing that you're working towards is actually something you want to work toward. So don't, yeah, I think a big thing for you as well is just what you need more of in life in general is happiness. So find things that make you happy, but not short-term happiness. There's a sense that you should do things that bring you happiness in the long term. That includes better sleep. That includes your diet. And that includes, for some of you, I think you do struggle with routines. Having routines of some kind, planning things out, and having things to look forward to as well. I think if you have something, even if it's really far into the future on your schedule, that's something that you can be very excited about. But learn to not be anxious about it not happening yet. Be excited about that happening. Being like, I am putting in the work now to lead myself up to this point, to reward myself with this, or to reach this certain goal, hopefully. And if you don't, then you won't be shameful of not reaching a certain goal. But there's a sense that the best way I can describe it is things will move in the right direction if you're more healthy with your habits, with your way of thinking, your mindset. Just a big key phrase is that we need more of in life is better health, not better help. Better health, and in a way that brings you calmness and stability, even if at first it's really difficult. I think you'll get into that flow state and things will come more easily for you in terms of trying to remain calm when you practice it more. At first, it feels like a lot of you are in fight or flight. When you get out of that, it can be very difficult. And when you're trying to do things to combat that and like to ground your energy, that can be very scary. Spirit is saying to not give up on yourself, that you deserve to be happy and healthy. So with time, things will become easier. That doesn't mean you won't have moments or days where you won't be anxious, but it's about not holding shame or blame in those moments so that you can pick up on different footing the next day and start from there. And don't view things, I think what you need more of in life as well is to not view things as major setbacks. Just think of things also as like having a more clear level of thinking of sometimes it's just one of those days, you know? And what you need more of in life is realism. That's a big thing I want to talk about as well. You need more realistic ideas and expectations so that when things don't happen, you don't feel like stupid for thinking of certain ideas, or you don't feel like insecure about your line of thinking or about things not happening for you. Yes, so realism is also very important. You can still have goals and dreams, but having them be more realistic, and again, doing small goals at a time, and then you'll realize maybe your future goals weren't really meant for you, and you're like, oh, well, these small steps that I've taken are actually leading me in this direction. So trust your intuition. When you're more calm, you're more able to tap into your intuition. You're more able to be in that, also in a creative flow state for the creatives out there. Okay, let's go into the guidebook now. We have 8 calcite, calmness, all chakras, and this is on page 22, an angel number, and 2 is about balance. So, and is about reciprocity. Spirit is also saying when you give, you shall receive. When you give, or when you also when you balance things out, you'll be in a more receiving state for things. Okay, calcite, calmness, all chakras. Calcite's message for you is to calm down and go with the flow. Try not to fight against the flow of things. Take time now to relax and recharge. In life, there are times when it's difficult to be calm, but it's important that you try to release any pent-up emotions, such as stress or anger. Yeah, I think a lot of you are very stressed out right now. So Spirit is saying to try to find ways to combat that stress, or like to just, you can acknowledge stress, but not have it be so earth-shattering in a way, or taking over your life. Also, it gives me a sentiment of like not bringing work home, like not bringing stress from one area of your life into all areas of your life, and also not putting it onto other people. Some of you maybe overshare with others as well. Okay, it is not good for you to bottle up or repress these feelings. Once you release the stressful emotions, you can then focus on calming yourself. You can calm your mind through meditation or by listening to music. Release stress in your physical body too through exercise, stretching, or walking. I think for you, boxing could be important too. I bring that up sometimes. I don't think you have anger issues, but I think you just have so much. It's weird because there's a laziness energy, but there's also a lot of energy that I feel anyway. But then I just think you release it all at once. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Hopefully. Okay. When you are calm, your energy lifts. You are more positive and better able to connect more clearly to the spirit world and your intuition. You can also attract and manifest more things in your life if you're open, relaxed, and calm. Exactly. Calcite comes in many different colors. Each color is associated with a different chakra. Calcite helps to reduce stress and release fears. It is also a grounding stone, which helps you to open up and go with the flow. Perfect. I think that's a perfect card for you. And yeah, with the olive branch card too, like focus on ways to combat your fight or flight instincts and calm your nervous system is a big thing. Anyways, though, I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, 3C, for watching and listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, you can like the video down below. You can comment down below if you resonate with the stack, and you can update your comment again sometime in the future if there are any updates you would like to provide for us all. You can subscribe to my channel, that helps me out a lot. You can check out my other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my YouTube channel, and you can check out my ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR, that will be linked in the video description down below. Thank you so much again, 3C, and take care.